In this video I'll be showing you how I make the Prokraft bottle stopper. I've got 4 kits here from Prokraft, plus the tiny little mandrel we usually put in the chuck and screw on the end, and 4 pieces of, I think it's sapele, I'm not sure, maybe mahogany, but there we go. We've got a gold one and 3 chrome ones, a bald end spiky one and 2 teardrops. And I have 4 farthings which I'm going to insert into the back of the, or the top of the bottle stopper when it's cooked. When it's made. Right, I have the blank for the bottle stopper mounted in a chuck, and I'm going to drill, as Prokraft recommend, with the thread insert they use, which is this one. To drill to 11mm, but it does depend on the density of the wood. If it's hard wood, you might need to go to 11.5. I don't have 11.5, but I do have 21/64, which is fractionally bigger. So, but only fractionally. So we're going to drill this now, and I've marked the depth of the cut I need to make with a marker pen, which is better than having a bit of tape flying around as far as I'm concerned. But, just drill that down to that depth, which isn't very far, about ½ inch, maybe a bit more. Maybe 20mm. And then we're going to mount it on the mandrel and turn the fit the. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Right, we've drilled down to the mark. A little bit extra just in case. Now we need to countersink the hole, but I don't have a countersink, so I'm just going to take the edge off that with the bowl gouge, spindle gouge. Right, now I've got a bit of paste wax on this just to help it go in. I can't drill it out any bigger. The size I haven't got, in actual fact, which is just over 11.5, is 29/64, so I made a mistake. But I think that's going to screw in there okay. If it doesn't, then you can always take it out and fit, take a little bit more of the countersink out. That should, I think the same principle applies to tapping a metal thread. Just back it off a fraction, wind it in, back it off. So a little bit of paste wax helps. Going in quite nicely now. And yes, the countersink's fine. That's it. job done. Nice and tight. That's absolutely fine. Right, I've changed my chuck over. Now I'm using an old, it came with the lathe actually, it's an old multi-star Titan compact chuck. Beautiful little chuck. They went out of business unfortunately, so I don't suppose I can get any parts for it. But the Nova chuck I've got doesn't tighten down far enough to clamp the mandrel that I got from Prokraft without taking the jaws off. So rather than keep swapping jaws, it's quicker to swap the chuck. That's the tip now. The bottle stopper actually in the block, screws in there. Lovely job. Nice and butts up nicely. And now we've got to turn this down. There's a washer that goes on there, and we can then screw the job onto there. Still got plenty of clearance. You can bring the lock nut up just to lock that off. And I can't find a 30mm spanner now. There it is. Right, and lock that off. So it's nice and tight. You've got clearance between the jaws. I could take these jaws off, it wouldn't make any difference. And I shall bring up the live sensor just to support it while we're cutting that down, trimming that down to shape, which I'm just going to make a start on that. I won't go through the whole process because I think you know how to turn a piece of wood by now, most of you. Right, that's that. That's too much. Right, so just to give it a bit of support. We can lock these off, and we can turn that down to the size we want. You turn it down on this end where the bottle stopper goes to the size of that washer that you saw me put on, which is about approximately the size of that. You can play with that if you need to, if you make it bigger or smaller. So that's as far as we go with that. And, doesn't sound right there. I'll come back to you later. Right, I've turned that to shape. I've cut a recess in the end for the coin to fit. I'm not going to fit it in because it's until it's ready to glue in, because I have to take it off the manual to get it out again, and I put it back and it's not going on centrally, but there you go. But we need to sand this down now, glue the coin in, which is a 1949 farthing. You can use anything you like in the end, a little bit of jewellery, or put a golf stick, gear shift on there, or a golf club, or anything, some sort of emblem, a foreign coin. I've got a load of farthings which are not worth any money as such. So we're going to glue that in there, a spot of what's name, super glue, and sand this all down. It's a nice shape. It might be a bit long, but it's a nice piece of wood. Got a nice grain to it. When it's all polished up, it'll look absolutely marvellous. So we're going to leave that for. We'll come back to you when we've sanded and polished and glued that in, and show you the finished item. Now, the only problem with these mandrels is they do tend to distort, bend a little bit if you're not careful. This one had gone out, I can't get it central again. Prokraft actually recommend making a wooden mandrel. They turn a block with a register on it, which you can drill and put the threaded rod in there to fit the screw threaded in wood screw in the bottle stopper. But I notice it doesn't use a washer. I prefer to use a metal washer because you notice that you're not gonna, with the wooden one, you have to keep renewing it because you keep knocking the peg off, turning the register down, I should say. But I'm going to have a go at making one of those before I turn the next bottle stopper and see what we can come up with. So I'll come back to you when this is all sanded, polished and ready to come off the lathe. Actually, the sharp-eyed amongst you might notice I've taken the jaws off of this little Titan chuck. The mandrel was sticking out too far and it was flexing, which was why I got that funny noise. It's far too long. So that allows me to get the mandrel right back in, but it's still not stiff enough for my liking. So I'm going to try the other method. I'm going to say make a modified Prokraft arbor to see how I get on. I might even do a video on that. Right, we've given it a coat of Hampshire Sheen pre-thin cellulose sanding sealer, and now we are ready to apply the lovely Yorkshire grit. I do like this stuff. It's brilliant for finishing. Also helps bring up the shine on the coin. I mean, you could pre-shine this before you fitted it. This one wasn't in such bad condition. I just wanted to leave a little bit of the patina on it. And, really work that into the recesses on the coin. Brings up the highlights on it as well. There's a little wren there bobbing away. Turn that on. Turn that down. Slowly working the Yorkshire grit. Slow speed. Giving it time to do its magic job. It gets finer and finer. And it does the magic. Clean piece of towel. Just be careful of getting your fingers on the chuck. Don't want to be doing that. Can cause an injury. Always be safe in the workshop. Be careful. Now, what I'm going to do before I go to my preferred finish of what's that? Friction polish. Excuse me reaching over the camera. We're going to apply a little bit of Yorkshire grit microfine onto the coin itself, and just to see if that helps bring up the shine. It does. Oh yes, that works very well. That is absolutely brilliant. That has brought that up a treat. It looks like a freshly minted coin now. Put friction polish over the top of that. And I'll pull the Yorkshire grit off. It's already got a finish on it that is quite nice. And that gleams. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but right. And that is where the camera stopped working. I don't know why it stopped working, whether the card was full or it just decided to stop working. You know what technology is, it's got a mind of its own. But there you go. Anyway, the piece, the bottle stopper is finished and complete. There will be some stills up at the end. It's a rather lovely piece of wood, it's a lovely grain. The other thing I wanted to show you was something I didn't video, because I don't usually video things that I'm not quite sure where I'm going to go with, but we created this beautiful hollow form and lid, finial lid, which is a lovely fit. Well, actually it shrunk a bit, it's a bit loose now, but it was a lovely fit. Coloured with chestnut spirit stains, black with red over and orange over that, all sanded in between coats, and they're lovely acrylic lacquer to finish, and a matte black or satin black finial. It's rather beautiful. There'll be a couple of stills up at the end, I hope. And that's about it for this video. I'll be making another one soon. I might make some more bottle stoppers and make the arbour, whatever you like to call it, to fit the bottle stopper on when you're turning it on the lathe. That's all for now then. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe and share if you want to, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye for now.